Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Maffa. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Man, what in the world you got going on? Yeah. Nah, I ain't me. I'm talking my daughter. My bad. All right, let's go.
Take over, 1st and 10.
Offense getting set for first down.
Not bad guy.
From the gun, the running back has it. That may not look like a
bad.
huge run, but
I didn't even. My stadium shouldn't even have that stadium post thing.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tiger.
Really?
What a
They
play
gonna
by
get
the
into it like
defense,
they gonna
coming
do
out
like
early
that?
in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Boyd. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the deep.
Snatches it on the right. Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And they did tack tack on that extra point with no problem. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Line gets set, first down. Give to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the move, it's Maffa. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse than coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Throws to the wideout. He's
For
got
what?
it, they convert.
Come on,
Not
man.
much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now.
That's a
Willing to
big.
go for it on their own team.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Boyd. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels.
Looking deep. And it's caught inside the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside the 25. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Clemson. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's Boyd. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer. You've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. He's looking to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy
lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
The offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
They add the extra point to finish the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. Smashes through the tackle.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. He uncorks one deep. Snags it inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Maffa. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up third down.
But point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
What a great job by this defense. You get the third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They can go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll test the right side. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Inside the 50. And they capitalize not only on
Why
the
you
pick,
came in here?
but the great return.
Why did you come in
to
here?
give the offense tremendous
Leave.
field position.
Go in your room.
About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to ride this running back. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Pressure coming. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. And now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception in the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we've put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen. Something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch on the left. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the extra
Ain't my
point
fault.
will tack
It ain't
another
my
one
fault you
onto
slow.
this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper shows they can strike from anywhere.
So you mad at me 'cause you got
yards on
slow
the
play.
touchdown play. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Ain't mad at me because he got slow play. That's what it.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to...
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision here.
First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Haynes. He's
God damn, teammate.
But a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going
Hit
so you
three.
can have some balance.
Hit
And then
three.
you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help.
You hit my players, man.
That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got
Take very long. What he said? He didn't say long.
Count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
So you telling me out of 42 points the first time I scored?
Now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5.
What you mean? All that stop around, bro. I ain't running no hot route.
Not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Trash. Oh, okay. That what it is. It's game now.
They'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this
scared.
is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's grinding stool. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Going up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes his connection. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That's caught. It's Brown.
They really getting him there.
Touchdown,
Wow.
Clemson. What a grab and go for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And right down the middle. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Give to the running back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Maffa. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably...
And the quarterback is snowed under. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a...
He lets one fly deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Lane. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 20. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Shakes off the tackler. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Tempo in overdrive. Looking for a crease to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the lone running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's King. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On 4th down, going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle and prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That's great timing by the quarterback receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it down the left. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. no shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Maffa. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
The offense starts with a short field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to pass, it's King. Trying to get to him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. After the missed connection, it's 3rd down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting a pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the ground, it's Maffa. On the move in the 30. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Might as well give it to him again. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. To the air, it's Klubnik. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Brown. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Clemson is quick to the line. On second down, wants to throw. Snags it. And he was thinking 6, but then D knocks him down at the 2. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Trying to barge in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. Oh, he's going to take a chance. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Power football with the run. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Quarterback checking off. They'll ride the hot hand. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. This offense has a second down play. Back to throw, it's King. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Wants to throw on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's Haynes. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quickly to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll bring it out. It's Maffa. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reed.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely and stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throwing right. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Takes it the other way. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. The trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ain't gonna matter move. Ain't gonna matter move. Ain't gonna matter move. So bad at South Carolina. I got speed at corner too. Oh, you need somebody to bail you out is what you mean. Nigga, I was doing the same thing versus South Carolina. Hold on. You go ahead. Yeah, I was doing that GT.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignment.
22.
To that return at the 22. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. The inside handoff. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Incomplete, the defense holds.
And listen, I have no problem aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you've got to have your defense go bail you out. So you start the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They get him down after he makes the catch. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Yellow Jackets look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's King. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and
He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. Still running at the 40. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He fires one deep down the right side.
I played that one.
And the pass is
That was a
intercepted.
bad pass lead. That's
And
me.
they'll
That's
close
me.
in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be
That's
really
me.
aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
To the air on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia Tech 7, South Carolina 0.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that 1st down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this 1st down.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll knock him down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. What a snag by the defense.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, and makes the big mistake.
Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Red pass, it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Marches ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I love the this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense...
He's going up top. Makes the grab down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Carolina offense is back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Moves away as he feels pressure. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll throw it on first down. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Coming after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to pass. It's King. They're bringing heat. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break.
South Carolina, 12.
And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Boyd. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead could be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Still on his feet at the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Open space at the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's King. Gets it out quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point, 9-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick it off.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that front.
And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for him.
Unloads it downfield. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Lets it fly on the move. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing on him.
On the ground, it's Sanders. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. They're trying to got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Coming out with it, it's Boyd. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets will take over. 1st and 10.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Already find a hole in that secondary. All kinds of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Boyd. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. The give out of the gun. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's King. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going back to the ground. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia Tech 21. South Carolina 20.
Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuck. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. A strike downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in there.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you've got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You've got to work the perimeter to both sides. You've got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over them.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Looking for space, it's Sanders. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. He'll fire to his right. And he's got it inside the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's McDowell. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep him honest. Pound that rock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. he delivered.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
First and 10.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's King. Unloads it left. It's complete. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They move on top here in the 4th. So with the lead at 4, you need to go for 2 here and try to at least have the lead be a touchdown. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab for the 2. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Hand off from the shotgun. Makes him talk to the hand. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Keeps the play going. Buys a little time. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Looking for space, it's Sanders. That's a 20, he's got space. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, they'll take to the air. Quickly complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Gamecocks will move the sticks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You need a score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take the 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one up.
I know it looks like a gimme kick, guys, but there's nothing that's a gimme when you're trying to break a tie. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players.
Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Hey, 10 seconds left. My ball on the 36. You up 1. Bro, I just sent you the picture. Look at the yard line. It's telling you what yard line is on. No, I didn't, bro. I'm streaming the game. I will show it to you. I threw the ball. Bro, I threw the ball from the 25-yard line. Nah, you right. No, I look at the wrong thing. It's on the 45. Look at the picture. Right next to the first down. It's on the 45. 10 seconds, one time out. Oh, I seen you the other. He in there too. Bro, it's showing you right next to the what's name where yard line on. Right next to the first down. I'm on the plus. I'm in your territory. I can show you the whole video if you need to see that. Nah, mine didn't go out. My screen's still going. I don't know what's going on. You just said I was bro. I'm about to send you the video, so I'm about to send the video so you can stop all that cap. I know you scared. You about to lose. Nigga, you owe one. All I need is a field goal.
Welcome, everybody, and we are
fired up
for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad,
nigga, you can see it tell you what yard line meant, nigga. It says I'm past the 50. I'm on the 45.
The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis.
Nigga, it says right there next to the first down marker, 45-yard line. You got the plus arrow going up, not down. And you can see, I just sent you the video. Go look.
The Yellow Jackets will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. side, the defense is the first one they've used this half.
Oh, my fault. Now, hell yeah, I'm trying to get my field goal or get my points. I'm down 1. We're going to put on the 45. We're going to do 10 seconds. Man, just punt the ball to whatever yard line it is, bro.
Offense set on first down. Looking to throw it, Sellers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Come on, hold on. All right.
He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
That computer started running, bro.
Defensive dream, right? You dream about coming out, setting the tone.
Yeah, I'm trying to run backwards.
Script all week of what you want to be in, how you want to be successful, and bam, right out the gates, forcing the INT. Let's go.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
If I take 3 delayed games, they're going to, let me just try to run backwards.
First down here for the offense. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back in the old days when they used to kick it back and forth just to play defense? Is that what we're doing here? And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle of the ground. And
hold on, let me. Hold on, bro. This shit, we're gonna get it right, bro. Cause you might get a little cheat win. I need to stop bullshitting first of all. Anyway, so.
The pass on
the 38, it'll be a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Off the boot, looking for his man. Throws to the wideout.
Bro, what are you doing,
They'll
computer?
bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Looking for a crease. It's Sanders. He's knocked down in the backfield. A swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys.
I'm sure. I got one time out
Quick
there.
timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll run this play from the pistol. He leaves it with the back. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him
Quarterback
from getting
sneak.
to the first down marker. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very, very long. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up
3-16, that's the game.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points, start thinking.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And what did I start for this offense?
Bro, I ain't doing shit. Bro, you get my screen still going.
This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence, this passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after.
I was going to win.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play
That ain't my
in the
fault.
end zone just
You
like
got
that.
4 seconds left.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points.
You done? I said, bro, you can watch my screen and see what happened. I seen you the video. You can look at it.